Welcome back to this portion of the Real Estate Radio Hour. Your real estate questions, again, always welcome, especially ones concerning short sale. A short sale. 651-989-9226. I know, Andy, we've got some callers on the line, but before we get to those.
Yeah, we were taking a couple calls off air here, and we wanted to. Jeff had a great idea. He's got a kit that he has. It's instructions for postponing a sheriff's sale, and then he actually has a copy of the actual postponement affidavit. And he said he'd email that to anybody, no hassle, if you'd like to get a copy of that, because we're concerned about getting these sheriff sales postponed. I think that's the underlying theme here. Today's date is with negotiating the short sales. That's critical.
You know, it really is, Andy. And if the foreclosure process has already started, but there has not been a sheriff sale yet, you as a Minnesota consumer have the right under Minnesota law to postpone the sheriff sale. But it must be done more than 15 days prior to the sale. And it has to be a property that you homestead.
And that's kind of neat because you, as the consumer, we're one of the only states in the country that allows the actual homeowner to do that.
Exactly, and then that gives you more time before the sheriff's sale that you could negotiate your short sale.
And it does shorten the redemption period, though. It's like it extends it. How many months do we get extended?
Well, it extends before the sheriff's sale 5 months, but then there's only 5 weeks after the sheriff's sale.
Yeah.
The good thing, though, is that if you're in the short sale process and you have an offer pending, very likely the bank will then keep postponing the sheriff's sale to allow you to complete your short sale.
That's cool.
All right, back to the phones we go. Mark is calling from Farmington. Mark, you're on CCO. How can we help you?
Yes, I have a question on how do you start a short sale, and does it have to go in foreclosure first?
Mark, no, it doesn't. You can start a short sale just by letting your lender know that you are going to look at a short sale. Many of the lenders now have help packages that they send. Really, though, the first step is probably to talk to a real estate agent that is used to working with short sales and see where you stand there, and then to get good legal advice about the process as well.
Yeah, it's been actually pretty impressive, Jeff. We've worked with, you and I have had clients in the past that have never missed a payment even, but they have like this imminent danger of missing a payment where, for an example, we had one customer that was laid off. They had a certain amount of money left in their account. They pleaded their case, and they had to take a job transfer out of the state, and they just ran out of money. And we got the short sale negotiated and done. So I think getting the information on the front end, Mark, would be the most important thing, and you're on the right path if you get, sit down with Jeff here. So
it's really due diligence.
All right, let's go back to the phones. Wayne is calling from Anoka. Wayne, you're on CCO. Thanks.
Thank you. Yes, we had a short sale last year. We had a property, our house. It was we had a $196,000 mortgage on it, and we sold it for $156,000. Now they're making us pay the difference back to them.
Wayne, so that was you had only had one mortgage, and now the lender's making you pay back the one.
That's correct. They're making us pay. We're paying $40,000 back to them.
Well, that's great.
Well,
yeah, that's the satisfaction versus having the satisfaction of mortgage versus having just the release of the mortgage, and that's unfortunate. But it sounds like what happened maybe there.
Yeah, unfortunately, sorry to say that, but there again, it's to get good, competent legal advice before you agree to anything.
All right, 651-989-9226. Somebody sent a text, guys, that I've been working on short selling my condo since April of this year with a goal of closing by 12/31 to avoid significant tax liability from phantom income. Bank has not surprisingly been dragging its feet. Fiscal cliff notwithstanding, what is the likelihood that Congress will extend the Mortgage Debt Forgiveness Act beyond 12/31?
I think it's very likely they will. I've listened all I can to legal experts and the experts in the real estate community. They all say it's a make sense thing. It was passed originally by a Republican president, extended by a Democratic president, so it's not a partisan issue. I just think it'll happen as the fiscal cliff gets worked out.
All right, we have to take a break, but more show to come here. Again, if you would like more questions answered, especially about short sales, 651-989-9226. or 866-989-9226. Back with more of the Real Estate Radio Hour here on 830 WCCO.